Everyone knows shrimp scampi. It is that wonderful dish with shrimp and butter and garlic and white wine. It is a true classic, but today, ladies and gentlemen, I am going rogue. I'm switching it up with some cilantro, some lime, and best of all, wait for it, tequila. Believe it or not, shrimp scampi is sort of a redundant term because scampi are actually lobster-like crustaceans known as langoustines. And this is an Italian dish, but when it was brought to America, we didn't have langoustines, so chefs started using shrimp, and thus shrimp scampi was born. And we're gonna go ahead and mince 4 cloves of garlic. I like to use large ones here because I wanna add as much flavor as possible. All right, pound them out, run your knife through them to mince them. Okay, 4 garlic cloves. I think a lot of classic shrimp scampi recipes include a generous dusting of finely chopped parsley at the end, but for my version, we are switching it up and we are using cilantro, but we're using it twice. Yes, so we're gonna add some leaves at the end, but we're gonna also use some stems in our butter oil mixture. So we're gonna go ahead and mince a 1/4 cup of these stems. That looks just about a 1/4 cup. Now we're ready to cook. So I've got a large skillet and we're gonna heat that over medium-high heat. What we're gonna do is add about a 1/4 cup of extra virgin olive oil, 4 tablespoons of unsalted butter. So I know this looks like a lot of fat. It's a 1/2 cup of fat between the olive oil and the butter, but you have to remember, this is necessary to get a true shrimp scampi. You need it. That is the sauce. It's gonna add all the flavor and make it really succulent and delicious. And once it's almost entirely melted, then you can go ahead and start adding those aromatics. So let's get our garlic in, let's get our cilantro in, and we're gonna cook that till it's really, really fragrant. Finally, we're gonna add some chili because we wanna get some heat in there. So there are 2 options here. One is you can use an arbol chili. They're really spicy. They are super delicious. They're sort of fruity. If you wanna go down this road, you're gonna wanna crush it first. Alternately, you can go with everyday crushed red pepper. It works so perfectly here. That's what I'm gonna do. So I'm gonna go in with 1/2 teaspoon. All right, this is looking good. It's just a couple minutes and it's super fragrant. That garlic is like filling my kitchen. Plus that cilantro is an incredible aroma. All right. Time to get boozy, friends. I know, I said we're going rogue today. Instead of using wine in this recipe, we are gonna be using tequila blanco. So we need 3 tablespoons and you gotta be really careful here. So you're gonna wanna turn that heat off before you add the tequila to the pan. Love that sound. 3 tablespoons. All right, once you get your tequila in and the sizzling sort of subsides, you can turn your heat back on and you're gonna let that alcohol cook off, which is, you know, just the right amount of time for a little shot. Should we? Cheers. That is gonna come back to haunt me. Once you get to this point, you're almost done. All you gotta do is cook your shrimp. So we've got 1.5 pounds of cleaned shrimp. That means they are shelled and they're deveined. So we're gonna go ahead and add those to the skillet and we're gonna cook them for about 5 minutes, sort of turning them. All right, get your shrimp into the skillet. You're gonna season it with some salt and freshly ground black pepper. For this recipe, we're not necessarily trying to get a hard sear on our shrimp because our shrimp are gonna sort of poach in that combination of oil and butter and tequila. So once your shrimp are firm and they're pink, you know they're ready to go. Shrimp cook in just minutes, really. We're also going to add 3 tablespoons fresh lime juice. We wanna finish it off with some of those tender cilantro leaves. The leaves really benefit from being added at the last minute. So we're gonna go ahead and give these a rough chop, and into the skillet, you need about 1/2 cup. And just stir that together, and your cilantro-lime shrimp scampi is done. That's it, really. Let's try it. Let's see how we did here. Those shrimp are so flavorful. They're succulent. They're like tangy from the lime juice. There's a little bit of heat in there. That butter and oil is just like, boom. But really for me, that tequila, it just gives it this edge that is surprising. It's delicious. It's mad genius. And of course, you've got all that incredibly flavorful sauce. You're gonna wanna make sure you have some crusty bread for dipping. Look at how beautiful this is. I am not trying to step on the toes of shrimp scampi purists out there, but this is delicious.